This is the Lando General, which originally came out in the vintage collection. I never got that figure, so it's great that's been reissued. Black Series 3.75. Picked this up 2 weeks ago in Asda. So we're going to have a good look at this figure, take it out of the box and see what he can do. Once a smooth talking smuggler, Lando Calrissian changed from a get-rich schemer to a selfless leader in the fight against their empire. Cool looking figure. European box. Okay, so let's get him out of the box. Here's Lando out of the box. Great looking figure. So he comes with this voluminous cape. Yeah, looks great. So cool figure as seen in Return of the Jedi. And there's the pistol he comes with. The figure looks really good. So let's have a slightly better look at him. Figure looks great. Cape has a real nice texture to it. Figure has ball jointed hips, bendable knees, swivel ankles, bendable ankles, adjustable. And check the wrists. Twistable wrist, bendable elbows, bendable shoulders. No movement in the torso, no waist swivel either. Ball jointed head. It's not a bad figure, this one. That's pretty cool. Light blue trousers with a yellow stripe on the leg. Great. Black boots. Black belt. Beige shirt. Sort of large watch thing on his wrist. Holster there for the pistol, which looks tiny. And then this cape, which is held with a piece of elastic. Looks like it's removable. The cape has a real nice texture to it, so it's like a quality piece of cloth. So that's pretty cool. Head sculpt's really good now when you take the cape off, and you can see like it's got a lovely piece of equipment on his, like a insignia, I guess. Looks really cool. It's got some insignia on his collar. And yeah, there's the cuts. The waist does swivel actually, it's just really stiff, but it does swivel. See the detail on the back of the figure, the belt, boots. What a great figure. And there's the holster, which looks nice. So this really looks like Lando as seen in Return of the Jedi. It's pretty decent. The cape is pretty good, held with a piece of elastic, which sort of detracts overall, but at least you can remove the cape. It has a really nice feel to it, the cape. So that's pretty cool. Nice. Figure has great articulation. Hips can go real like 90 degrees out. You can see there's a bit of paint splash there, but the figure has great articulation. You can see that the waist does swivel, the legs go out, I mean the hips just go out super like that, knees bend, ankles pivot, shoulders move, elbows bend, wrists rotate, and head is on a ball joint. So this figure's got great articulation. Date stamp is 2011, so I don't know if this they've updated this figure at all from the vintage collection version, but it looks pretty cool. Nice actually. See sculpting in the boots. Nice. Pretty cool. Figure comes with this tiny little blaster which you can put into his holster. Real small, tiny little thing. Not bad. It's pretty good. Just a small little pistol. I mean, this costume he's more or less just flying the Falcon all the time, so you know, he doesn't use a blaster at all. Okay, here's my Lando Spanish PBP figure that I got last summer. It's UK graded, I think it's 75. Yep, and it's 1980. So this figure is made in Spain. I'm just gonna compare it with this figure, so you can see how far things have come in terms of sculpt. Pretty cool. So there's Lando General and Lando as seen in The Empire Strikes Back. So this figure was made in Spain, this one probably made in China. You can see the head sculpt's just so much superior. The body sculpt is just, with the articulation, is just, you know, but for me this is the figure I'd rather have. Looks really good. So that's Lando as we had him in 1980 with a vinyl cape. Really nice. So he's made in Spain, cool figure. I've got the book Made in Spain, I'm going to do a review of that soon, the catalogue. And then there's this figure here, which is pretty cool. Lando General with the skiff guard costume that came out about 2-3 years ago. It's a basic figure, Saga Legends 23 Lando Calrissian in skiff guard outfit. Comes with a helmet that's fixed, you can't remove the helmet. Great sculpting on the costume though. Comes with a vibro axe. So cool figure. This General though, because all that articulation is just such a better figure. Love that watch he's got on. What a cool figure. So there's Lando and Lando. Lando General with my original from childhood Lando skiff guard from 1983. You can see, I mean, with this new figure the lighter complexion is probably more accurate. Great figure, and just, you know, you can just pose him in any way you want to. And then this is what we had back in the day. There's also a Lando General figure from Power of the Force 1985. I do have that figure, I haven't got it available to, I might be able to see if I can splice some footage, but I think I've only got photographs of that figure anyhow, so I might not be able to do that. But this is, you know, what we got in the 80s, and this is what you get now in the 20, whatever this decade's called. Okay, and then here's the helmet this figure comes with, so you can just shove it on. Here's Lando with General Medine and Nia Num, just to show how sculpting's evolved over the many years. It's got 3 cool looking figures. You can see, like, because they've got similar costumes, how far the sculpting has gone. And then Nia Num was his sidekick on the Falcon. Yeah, so that's pretty cool, but I think so anyhow. This is a great figure, highly recommend this figure. I mean, it's been out before, but still, to get it reissued is quite nice. And yeah, it's a cool figure. Good head sculpt, and yeah, nice. Nice voluminous cape, comes with a tiny little blaster, and yeah. So if you're a Lando fan, I'm sure you're going to want to pick this figure up. Okay? If you can find this figure, pick him up, because he's pretty cool. And yeah, pretty nice. So here's my signed Billy D. Williams Lando picture. Pretty cool. So yeah. Great figure. Black Series, 3.75, originally vintage collection, General Lando Calrissian. Pretty cool figure. Nice. Okay, So there you go. Got this about 4 years ago, 5 years ago maybe. Cool. Yep. So that's that. So you can find this one. I'd love to find the Emperor's Royal Guard or one of the other ones that have come out. But we're pretty behind in the UK. But so I'm glad I found this one. Okay, so that's Lando General 3.75 Black Series. Great figure. Okay, so cheers, bye. So if you can find this Lando, definitely pick him up because he's a cool figure. Black Series. You can pick him up at our Asda for £8 in the UK, which is the sale price or reduced price, or Walmart in the USA. Okay, so cheers. Hope you enjoyed this quick look at. I say quick, but you know my videos tend to ramble on and go on and on and on and go off in tangents. Okay, so cheers. Toodle pip and tally ho. Cheers, bye. Quite a good Lando. The face sculpt's not too bad. The complexion's probably a little bit too dark. If you look at the picture of Billy D. Williams there, he wasn't as dark as that. But the face sculpt is better than the first Lando Calrissian release, and as good as the Lando Skiff. So probably out of the 3 vintage Landos, the Lando Skiff was the best overall. This one he's wearing a nice cloth cape. And I think the new figure also comes in a cloth cape and has blue trousers and far superior articulation than this figure. But for its time, it's not a bad figure. Let's see, he's got the cape around him, he's got the sort of beigey outfit, he's got the gun holster there on his chest, comes armed with a sort of skiff type blaster, and it's quite a nicely sculpted figure for its time. And this is Lando Calrissian, Rebel General. So he's in his general outfit, General Pilot. So this is the sort of costume he wore in Return of the Jedi when he flew the Millennium Falcon into the Attack the Death Star. So it's not a bad figure. And let's see if we can get a better look at the coin. So we all know that in 2007 they released a whole load of figures of coins. So, but this was the lot that they did it with originally, the Power of the Force. So there you are. You can see Lando and Millennium Falcon in the background. Give you a better look. The AFA box, this is the sort of older way they used to label the information. Now they tend to do it at the bottom of the box, so you can tell that this was graded a while back. It says 1985 Kenner Star Wars Power of the Force, 92 back Lando General, and the card is the 80, blister 80, figure 80, and it has the AFA hologram there. So, and then you can see how yellow the bubble is. Most Power of the Force cards have yellow bubbles. You're lucky to find one with a clear bubble. So if you're going to get a yak face on this sort of card, most very likely to have a yellow bubble. So there's the back. Nice image there. So many of you new modern collectors, you'll be getting this figure on the newer card, the vintage collection card. Okay, here's Lando Calrissian AFA 90Y. All grades are 90. Bubble is yellowed. Cool figure. This is 65 back A, so this is the first card he appeared on in the USA. Kenner 65 back A. Unpunched. Card is perfect. Bubble is perfect. Figure is perfect. all 90s. Lando Calrissian skiff guard disguise. And there's the 65 back, really nice. Got the 2 blacked out Ewoks. And the back of the card, made in Hong Kong. And really nice to look at. Return of the Jedi logo. Great film. You can see the figure there. I've also got the Lando from when I was a kid, so this is the one I had when I was a child. You can see differences. This one maybe not a Hong Kong one, but there's differences, like this is a darker brown torso. The armour on his chest is a more silvery colour. The trousers look more creamy. And if I take the helmet off, let's see if there's any differences in the face sculpt. Maybe his moustache is a bit longer. Not much difference at all though. But this figure's got more silver highlights on it, especially on the chest. Whereas this one's more of a greyish colour. And the torsos are more reddy brown, whereas this one's darker brown. But figures are made all over the place. Hong Kong, China, Taiwan, Mexico and Spain even. And that's the removable helmet. So it's Lando Calrissian skiff guard disguise from Return of the Jedi, 1983. Really nice item.